we're back. Oh, I didn't say, well, alright.
Well, alright.
Alright.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Shall we have a cheers?
Cheers to continued friendship and
Coffee.
and all that jazz. So yeah, man, first off, how have you been?
I've been good. How have you been?
I have been pumping.
Same. We're on this new wave, I guess, both of us.
Yeah, man, both of us riding this wave. I'm not fucking used to waking up early. I don't know how Teach does it every day, for the most part.
I don't wake up.
Well, what time do you wake up?
I wake up at 8 o'clock.
Oh, okay. That's what I used to wake up at.
Yeah.
Man.
I used to have to wake up at 6 o'clock when I was last semester when I was working and going to school.
So it's switched, because I used to wake up at 8. So now I wake up at 6.
Yeah.
Oh, fucker, man. I can't. I'm on my new schedule now at work. I'm 8 to 4:30 Monday.
Yeah.
Well, I've been Monday through Friday, but now I'm like...
I tell you what, waking up at 8 sucks too, because...
Waking up in general sucks.
Waking up in general just sucks. But right now, I wake up at 8, I go to the gym by 9, and I'm there for a couple hours. 9, 11, yeah, like till 11. But... I used to think, that's the Texan. I used to think that would be fucking horrible, but I think it's because I choose to go. Like, I know I don't have to, so that just makes it so much sweeter. Like, you know, when you have to be somewhere, it just fucking
Did you
sucks.
get new glasses again?
No.
No? I could have sworn you had, like, ones that were, like, brown on, like...
Oh, the
woody
wood? Yeah.
Woody.
I've had these since last year. I switch them out a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, I have 3 different pairs.
I was gonna say, I know it hasn't been that fucking long. I was like, Jesus Christ.
I've had these for, a long time. I had to have got these, like, in October.
Okay.
Because when I first got those, the next week I bought these, because they're only, like, $10.
Right.
So I was just kind of, like, on this...
And you just put in your prescription on the website and just order them?
Uh-huh.
That's fucking badass.
Yeah.
I have my prescription somewhere in the apartment.
And the thing is that if you're... You know how if it's expired and you check it, like, wherever... They're not going to take it, but the website doesn't know. So it'll take whatever measurements from your prescription, and then it starts a set time. But say it's already expired, you have a year after that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I was like, I'm planning on getting contacts here soon, because new year, so new re-up.
Face.
Yeah, whatever.
Totally changes your face. That's what's weird.
Oh, man.
Glasses.
I just want to show off my beautiful green eyes.
Oh, that's true. You should.
Right.
You don't get to see him, Dave. I always
Right.
see his beard and glasses. Yeah.
No,
wow,
fucking.
I'm swooned a little.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I see what's poking over there. No, it's because I want to wear fucking sunglasses. Like, I'm tired of like looking for fucking clip-ons and shit. I was like, I just want to go and because we're going to Vegas in May, so it's like I want to fucking headbang
you
without.
Have you ever worn contacts? No,
Never.
You never wanted to?
Well, when I first started wearing glasses, I asked my parents if I could get contacts.
How old were you start wearing glasses?
I was in 3rd grade.
Okay, me too.
Yeah, so I just don't know the age. I just know I was in 3rd grade, and I remember because my parents got contacts because my parents were wearing glasses ever since I was born. So I remember I was like, "Oh, can I get contacts like you guys?" No, it's for adults only. And I was like, "Oh, okay." So then I got into high school. Mom, Dad, can you get contacts? No, it's only for ghetto people. And I was like, what? I was like,
contacts?
Yeah, I was kind of like...
They just didn't want to buy them.
Yeah, they just didn't want to pay for me to have contacts. So, and then like...
They're cheaper than glasses, fuck.
Like, well, my parents are cheapos to begin with. Fucking...
Were you wearing the same glasses for like 3 years at a time or something? Or?
No, I would get new glasses every 2 years.
Because, for a pair of glasses, how much would you drop? I guess you wouldn't know then, but, glasses are expensive.
Right.
So what, like... two
something. I was like, because
almost 300 sometimes, right? With a nice fair frame,
right? It's like because with my mom's insurance, it's always been the same allowance, $240. So I've always gotten something within that price range.
Well, contacts, right? If you buy, they'll only sell you a year's worth because you have to come back. They used to sell you 3. That was dope. Yeah, but now the prescriptions you have to do it once. But they'll sell you a year's worth of contacts for like $90, right? And that year's worth, I would just make it last. Like, if you have to wear a pair of contacts for a month, I'd wear them for 2 months. You know what I mean? Because they don't really change. What starts happening, they get filmy from the calcium or whatever, and then you just have to get rid of them. But yeah, it was super cheap. You know what I'm saying? For 2 years, $90.
I don't know. Like, I don't know how it feels going like. Ugh.
It is, yeah. That's. But once you get
my eye watered up right now. I'm like, oh,
he
shit.
really did, yeah.
I was like, oh my god.
Their glasses were protecting you.
Bro, and I was like, oh.
But once you get used to that, though, that is the
Right.
hardest part. But
I was like, shit, if Leslie can do it with fucking talons on her fingers,
Right,
I was
yeah.
like, anybody can do it.
I know I used to be like, now I'm like just one-handed, just popping them in. Yeah, I haven't worn contacts in a while though. Actually, probably since CSG, I think.
I was like, yeah.
Cause did I wear contact glasses then? I think I wore.
Every now and then you wear glasses.
Okay, and that was me giving my eyes a break, just because I used to wear my contacts for like months at a time,
Mhm.
like without taking them out, and I popped a blood vessel from like the lack of oxygen.
Oh, shit.
And it didn't hurt or nothing, but my contacts felt really uncomfortable on, and my eye was like bloodshot for like a month. But ever since then, now I'm exclusively glasses. They're just easy because I got used to having to wake up at 7. That fucking sucks. My eyes are all low anyways. Like I don't want to, and I have chinky eyes already, so it was just like a hassle in the morning to be
Chinky
fucking
eyes.
with my. I can say that because I'm married in Asia. You can't say that.
Okay, sorry. I take it back.
No, you can say that.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
talking to them.
Cheeky.
So glasses are just easier. I'm getting more into. I bought a pair, a year's worth, and I just never use them because they're uncomfortable.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks. Now I'm scared. No, I'm just kidding. No,
well, once you
see.
get used to them, they're uncomfortable.
Right. It's like, we'll see. It's because, we got just a lot on our plate right now. We got the Vegas trip coming up in May.
Do Hubble. Oh, but you got to buy the prescription first.
I was like, Hubble? What's
Hubble's
Hubble?
they're cheap contacts online.
Oh, okay.
It's like $30 for like.
I looked at a contact website because, like I said, I have my glasses prescription. I was like, oh, I just put in my prescription and it'll tell me what contacts to get.
Oh no.
No, yeah. So it was like it asked for like for my eye
You have to have
measurements
a
and shit.
contact.
Yeah.
prescription.
So I was like, oh,
Yeah,
like
which is bullshit too.
I was just like, it should just be like, oh, if you have this eyesight,
Yeah.
get these contacts.
Well, it's
But-
because if you have a weird shaped eye, certain contacts they'll fall out.
right.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah. So we'll see. I was like, with my mom's insurance, I think it's only $60 for the prescription test, and then you get like an allowance for the contacts or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like we'll see eventually. Whenever I have the extra cash, it's just been.
Beginning of the year fucking sucks.
Fucking
We're all
brutal.
waiting for that income tax to hit.
I already got mine.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
You
I got
already broke
mine.
again?
Yeah. Well, no, I still have the income tax money in my account, but it's for the Vegas trip. It's like we still need to book the flights.
Yeah,
Leslie
yeah.
gets hers tomorrow, hopefully,
Yeah.
and there's a flight, fucking $600 something, which is not bad. No, for together.
Okay.
So
That's not that bad.
Yeah, it's the cheapest flight that we found. I wanted to buy it yesterday, but Leslie was like, oh, well, I don't have my income tax. I have school money, but I don't want to spend my school money for flights. I'm like, well, it'll be replaced in a couple
Right.
days. But she was like, no, let's just wait. And I was like, okay. So I kept checking like every other hour today at work. Those flights were still available. And I'm like, oh, I'm praying tomorrow they're still available so we can just
Get them.
book them. And just, and then it's just the saving up money for the hotel. And then we're moving in March. We're moving in March 30th. We're moving over behind Main Event to these really nice apartments. Fucking $1,100 a month.
So you'll buy the tickets before you have the money for the hotel?
Well, yeah, you got to start the payment plan.
I know, but what if you never get the money? Like, what if things go all to shit
Just
and
cancel the order.
really? Oh my god, I can't imagine.
Well, it gives you
doing
your
that,
money
like-
back.
Oh, the plane tickets?
No, for the plane tickets. No, I
Yeah.
thought you were talking about the tickets for the festival.
No, I'm saying because you're saying like you're trying to buy these plane tickets, $600 for these plane
Mhm.
tickets, and then once that's done, then it's worrying about saving up for the hotel.
Well, because we already have the deposit put. It's like it's only $1,100 for the weekend.
Oh,
It's like I was like I can knock that out in like 2 paychecks.
I was just giving you kudos on like living by the fly of your seat because I'm like that's why we never do shit because I always feel like I had to have it all right then and there,
Mhm.
and we never do because I never have that much money. Like you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why we never do anything because it just always seems so expensive.
So yeah, so I have it mapped out. So the hotel total is $1,109.11. So divide that by 2. We round it up. I always round up, so it's $560 each.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 7 paychecks until we go to Vegas. So that's minimum $80 a paycheck to go towards the hotel. But of course, I could always throw more in there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yeah, I have that mapped out. That's for the hotel alone. We already know we're not going to... The only thing we really need money for is just food and drinks.
Right.
We went to Vegas 2 years ago. This will be my 3rd time going to Vegas. This is Leslie's 2nd. We've done all the touristy things.
Mhm.
I've done those twice over now. All the touristy little spots, Caesars, the Bellagio. This will be our second time going to EDC, so it's like we even said, because we're flying in that Thursday, the festival's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then we fly back Monday. And then it's right back to the old JOB and everything on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So it's like we're just doing the festival. We are doing VIP on purpose. We get early access into the festival. You get your own designated VIP areas where it's not going to be as crowded. You get like discounted drinks and food. It's like, oh, good, because that fucking place was expensive. But so it's like, we don't need to worry about gambling. It's literally just gonna be eat, sleep, rave, repeat.
Yeah. That's the way to do it.
I was like, I'm fucking pumped for it. It's like rolled. So
That's cool.
oh my god, yeah, 2019 is already shaping up to be fucking unnecessary. God, bro.
Unnecessary. I'm super stoked about 2019. Actually, everything's been super. I've never been on that kick of like new year, new me,
right?
Blah, whatever. I'm always like same year, same shit, same you. Like you're just getting older, just closer to death, and that's cool though. That's cool too because that's totally true. But something about this year, this time, it does just feel kind of something's refreshing on it. What the hell?
Oh, I brought the thing in here so I could open up the beer.
Oh, I saw that earlier. I was like, why did I bring a can over in here? Like,
no.
I don't remember eating corn in here.
Corn. I remember eating corn.
Yeah, I don't know. This year's just been really the feel of it's just been really. I don't know about the year. I guess just the past month. I've had a really good month. I guess.
I'm already super bitter.
Really?
I'm always bitter.
That's true.
Yeah, it's like, and that'll lead in my jerk of the week. You know what I'm saying earlier? Fuck them guys. If I could fucking open this beer, Jesus Christ.
Wrong one.
I was like, well, I tried the other one, didn't work. Let me see.
Can I give it a try?
Let me see. Hold on. Let me get this last. Maybe I'm just grabbing the wrong side. Yeah. All right. Show me the ways.
Yeah, that's right. They look like the same thing.
And then he gets it first try. Jesus Christ. I was losing it up for you. Fucking. Oh, my Lord.
Oh, yeah, let's take a break real quick. I just
Okay.
want to refresh my beverage. Pause recording. That better than nothing, right?
Right.
Back on.
All right, now we're back on. All right. Sorry, we're using a new tool today. We're using Teach's Microsoft. What is it? The Surface
Pro 6.
Smells like broke.
Bullshit.
Ain't no AirPods in here, dog.
And it's right across the iPad store or the Apple store in La Cantera too. I walked out flexing with my fucking big ass bag of all my
Okay, you
shit.
bought a La Cantera. Okay, you're rich. Fucking.
That's the only Microsoft store I know.
That's where all the rich Asians and rich white people.
Well, you know
shop.
what? We looked it up because I looked at Best Buy, and it was like $50 more expensive or something like that.
If you buy products like through the actual seller, especially Microsoft, there's always better deals than.
And then the guy, like, I mean, I don't know how much. I feel like they always give, people in that industry that work off commission, like, because he was like, "Oh, I got you 20% off this." 20%. I'm like, you got me, or like you're allowed to give that, and you give it to everyone, like,
right?
You know what I mean? Like that makes it standard.
It's an old swindler's trick, sir.
Right.
Fucking. And speaking of swindlers, Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy.
Oh, you like that transition there?
It's my dog.
He swindled those women. So, yeah.
He swindled death.
Fucking, so it's been announced for a while that Zac Efron was going to play Ted Bundy in a movie. Which,
I had never heard of it.
Yeah, it's like they just didn't release the title of it. It was just always called like Untitled Ted Bundy Project.
It's a long-ass fucking title.
Yeah,
too. It's
extremely
like,
vile.
Walking through the alley and Ted Bundy comes behind you in his van. Don't stay out past midnight on Saturdays.
Starring Zac Efron.
Starring Zac Efron. Yeah.
Fucking, but yeah. So right before the trailer and everything got announced, they released the I don't know the name of the Netflix show, but it was like some Ted Bundy show. It was a little docuseries on Netflix. And so everybody started watching it, getting into it, this and that. So maybe shortly right after the Netflix series premiered, that's when they released the preview for the Zac Efron movie. And everyone, oh my God, Ted Bundy's actually kind of hot. Zac Efron looks so hot. I would let him kill me.
Oh my God.
Kill this pussy.
Yeah.
So, of course, anything that people get excited for, there's people that have to right away and give them reasons why their excitement is not valid.
David, you are one of these people.
Well, not for this case.
That is
For this
usually your
one-
plight, though.
For this one, I was just like, yeah, whatever. I know serial killers are like the hot thing nowadays. Everybody
Yeah.
likes those types of documentaries. I watch them too. Leslie really enjoys them. They kind of get, I mean, granted, I mean, every serial killer is different, but it's kind of like, these are all the same type of thing. Like, oh, boo-hoo, mommy touched me weird. Oh. But it's like, but people were saying like, it was like, people shouldn't enjoy it. They're sexualizing serial killers, and Ted Bundy, was a savage murderer, this and that. He was a liar, a manipulator, toxic masculinity, this and that, da-da-da-da-da. But it's like, yeah, Ted Bundy knew he was good looking, and he was psycho.
And he used it.
He used it to kill people. That's what the show is emphasizing. That's what the movie is emphasizing.
Yeah.
They got a handsome actor on purpose.
Also, I think the romanticism isn't about the serial killer. No one's really in all those. Was it you that posted the Harley Quinn thing, or like the girl that? Okay, right. So there's no one really excited about getting killed and wanting to be killed by a psycho, right? Like that doesn't really exist. But they romanticize the time, the 70s, the hair, the looks, the cars, the way and that is all a result of why Ted Bundy got away with all this. We didn't have DNA back then,
Right.
We didn't have.
He didn't look the part.
He didn't look the part. That part's the part that's interesting and, blah, blah, blah. Ted Bundy wasn't even, to me, good looking. And
Yeah,
I can
right.
admit a good looking guy. Like, if you're a good looking guy, you're a
Right.
good looking guy. David, very good looking
Oh,
guy.
thank you.
Ted Bundy, he wasn't really
He just
good
looked average.
He was an average guy. And in comparison to the time with Charles Manson and John Wayne Gacy, I mean, he didn't look the part. That
Right.
was what was. So he wasn't even like that good looking. He just wasn't bad looking.
Yeah, so it's just like... So everyone went fucking nuts for this movie, and Leslie got really pissed, because, I mean,
The
Leslie...
documentary or the movie?
Well, both.
Okay.
Because everyone was saying the same thing.
So
like,
I'm excited about the movie. I was excited about the documentary, but I thought the documentary missed the mark.
I was like, the Ted Bundy, Jeffrey Dahmer, because there's a Jeffrey Dahmer movie coming out, or if it has been released, it's been a while. I know the trailer came out, everyone went fucking nuts for it, and
There's
like
a
that was the last
shitty
time I heard
Ted
it.
Bundy movie on Prime for free,
Mhm.
and it's super shitty. I mean, it's fucking horrible.
It's super shitty.
I got excited. So I've always been into serial killers too, just
Mhm.
like the what is it, macabre kind of sense of it.
Right.
I'm just into that. And at my old job, I used to get bored, so I would just look shit up and read about read podcasts about serial killers, all this, So I know everything about Ted Bundy, Jeffrey Dahmer, all of them, most of them, the famous ones. And so this documentary, I thought it was going to just be a more in-depth, and like Netflix did it, so it's got to be like all the researchers, because I've been listening to like these kind of just trying to get a headline out. You know what I mean? They're not that good, but Netflix did the same thing. They
Right.
just kind of gave you like the overview of it. I'm like, I'm looking for specifics. I want
Right.
fucking like, what did the labia look like before you got there, after you got there? Like,
Fucking, I don't know, man. I'm just like,
this is not a very good instance.
I was like, man, it flew over pretty quickly. It's just like straight up.
Maybe it's for cones, incense cones.
I don't even know what an incense cone is.
It's a little cone.
Oh, no say. Oh, you don't say.
Yeah.
But
Here we go. I have some right here.
but whatchamacallit, the whole serial killer thing, I was never too into.
It's gonna be so smoky in here.
You're fine. I've never been super into serial killers. We went to the Museum of Death.
Yeah.
In New Orleans, we went to WrestleMania, and it was so cool. Like, it had the drawings that John Wayne Gacy made when he was in prison. It had the fucking, autopsy photos of like the victims and shit like that. Like, it was really fucking cool. And you know me, I'm just a sucker for blood and gore. So I was just like, dude, what the fuck? What's her face? Sharon Tate, fucking her fucking bloated face from being suffocated or whatever. And which, by the way, there is going to be a movie sort of about the Charles Manson murders and the mass suicides and all that stuff called Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's directed by Quentin Tarantino. It's going to star starring Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio, Margot Robbie as Sharon Tate, which she looks...
To be honest.
TBH.
Yeah, TBH. I'm not as... So, I was super enthused about it because like I said, I've always had a thing, just hearing about them, like the craziness of like where humanity can go and shit like that. It's just great. But with this Ted Bundy thing, where I'm like, oh yeah, and this sounds like in Korean it's Nitongkurta, like I have such a big head about it, you know. It sounds like, oh, I know everything, but like I knew too much about Ted Bundy, so the documentary for everyone else was so interesting. I was like, boring. It was fucking boring. I was
Thank
waiting
you.
for yeah.
Thank you.
So now I'm not enthused about the Charles Manson one because I'm like, I already know a lot of. It's not going to be anything more like
right. So the Quentin Tarantino movie is taking place during that time frame, but it's going to be from the point of view of a couple journalists that were writing articles about it during that time frame. So the primary focus isn't going to be about Charles Manson himself. It's going to be about the time frame and the journalists that were trying to kind of infiltrate the cult or whatever.
No, that's kind of interesting. Like, I'm all about the time thing. I always say I hate history. Like, as a teacher, I'm like, God, I hate history. But to be honest, I actually kind of do like history. I just don't like how we have to teach it. But all the fun stuff's about serial killers and, genocide.
So, exactly what you said. You know enough about serial killers and this and that. So, when you watch something about a topic that you're interested in, and when it's not up to your ability or to your standard, your expectation of what it should be, you get disappointed.
Right.
Same Bohemian Rhapsody.
Ah, okay, yeah.
See, as like I know enough about, rock music, biographies of bands and stuff. Yeah. So seeing that movie, it's like, oh, people similar to the Ted Bundy stuff. Oh, Ted Bundy, he's a killer. I know something like that.
Yeah.
Let me watch it and go fucking ape shit for it.
Yeah.
Oh, I know who Queen is. I've heard Bohemian Rhapsody on the song once. Let me go see that movie and go fucking nuts for it.
Yeah.
Same fucking thing.
Okay, so that makes sense. Yeah.
It's like, because...
For why you didn't like it.
Yeah.
Or didn't appreciate it as much as
exactly.
others. So
that's kind of my similarity, but I don't have a lot of room to really critique stuff, is because I know who some serial killers are, but I haven't gone into the background that much. Like, someone like you, Leslie, who's studying that forensic science and whatever, psychology and stuff, who she goes fucking apeshit for it. Like, I've never seen her like so excited and enthralled in something when we went to the Museum of Death.
Oh, okay.
Which I was just like, wow, I was like, this is all blood and gore and shit, and Leslie's all like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Like, she's going nuts and all. It was really cool. So it was just like, same thing, like when she sees me get involved with metal music and wrestling, and so it's like, oh, look at him go. Like, oh,
yeah.
Look at him go. So it's like, exactly, that's what I try to convey. Like, I know I cuss a lot and like I get really like vocal about stuff, but that's exactly my mindset. It's like, I know enough about this topic.
Yeah. You're like Ron Swanson. I know more than you. Like,
right.
To the movie.
Like, yeah, it's like, I know about this. It's like, fucking, I know what I'm about, son.
Right.
Like,
right.
So, what you said, I was just like, yes!
And see, the thing is, trying to be like equanimous on it and like not realize that the rest of the population didn't have a job where they just sat around in Wikipedia and all the serial killers for like months. I'm like, yeah, this is the first time, especially younger generations, like they've heard of the name but don't really know what he did, don't really know. Even actually my father-in-law was like, he thought it was weird because I tried to watch it. I put it on one night, right? And me and Miss Teach got a little blown, and she passes out when she smokes, so she passed out. I tried to watch it. I was like, I'm bored. I know this. Let's move this along. I'm like, there's 4 episodes. I'm halfway through the first one. This is taking way too long. I changed it. The second night I tried to watch it, she falls asleep again. I'm like, no, I'm not watching this. Like, it's boring already. The third time we're at her parents' place and we can't find something to watch, but they're adamant on watching something. So I was like, okay, I'm going to kill 2 birds with one stone. I'm going to hang out with my in-laws and I'm going to get through this fucking documentary at the same time.
Right.
So I haven't put it on. And he's like, you're into that kind of stuff? I was like, isn't everyone? Like, it's Ted Bundy. You don't want to know about him? And he was like, well, didn't he like kill a bunch of women? I'm like, yeah, a lot of fucking women. It's a whole documentary about it. Like, a lot of people know about this, at least a little bit, you know? I forgot where I was going with this story, but basically... like, my father-in-law didn't know a lot. The newer generation really doesn't know a lot. So for them, this was all new and all... And the way they did it slowly was, like, easily digestible, I guess.
Mhm.
But for me, I was like, what's the new stuff? Like, I already know all this. Like,
Right.
what else can I
I want to
get?
see like a different side of the story, or like I want to see some.
Yes.
So yeah, so in you know, and then you want to make sure that this movie, you know, or this series are going to convey like an actual representation, so that way the newer generation that watches it and is learning about it, they have an actual understanding of it. Same thing with me. I keep circling back to that Bohemian Rhapsody. It's like people are just
That
going to
makes
see.
so much more sense, though. Now
Yeah.
that I get that.
It's like
'Cause I kind of thought you were just being a dick.
No, it's like
how do you not? It was fine, but yeah, okay.
it's like yeah, it's just the whole. That's the moral of the story is like, if you don't know something and then you go see one thing that comes out, that's going to be your only reference.
Yeah.
And so it's like, yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody was enjoyable to watch. It was a fun watch, but that's not the story of Queen. That was the very, very watered and inaccurate timeline story of Queen.
That's even more so that it's inaccurate because
I was like, the way they portrayed it was just like, oh, I'm gay, oh, and I have AIDS, boo-hoo. It's like, so, and
then they immediately took him back.
Right, and it's like, which is definitely not the case. But, so the only reason I want to see the Ted Bundy movie, the one with Zac Efron, is because the cop that arrests him is portrayed by none other than James Hetfield, the lead singer of Metallica.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he plays the cop. I don't know why they cast him.
That's weird.
Yeah, so I was like, so when they announced that, I was like, yeah, this movie's gonna be shit.
So
like,
it's funny actually because I'm actually kind of excited about the Ted Bundy movie, only because I've given up on like I guess there's nothing else that's to be learned, right? Or like discrete facts about the case,
right?
But this is macabre in its sense too, morbid because it's like. Now I actually get to watch him do it though, like you know, like this the actual movie of him doing it.
Yeah.
But what if they do a Bohemian Rhapsody bullshit where I'm like, none of this makes sense. Like this is not how this happened. Like
right.
So I guess we'll see.
Yeah, man. So
smoke break.
Yeah, man.
Smoke break.
Smoke break.
Smoke break.
You're the jerk of the week.
Man. Been a minute.
It has. Yeah, I don't think we had a jerk of the week last time either.
No, I don't think so.
First few times of this year.
Man.
So my jerk of the week, it was just. It's funny because it still pops up in my head and it just pisses me off for some reason because it's just a weird situation. Like, what the fuck? So I had a homeboy, kind of. It was a weird situation. I met this guy at CSG. So if y'all don't know, can we say that? We can say that, right?
CSG? Yeah. I was like...
We worked at CSG, and David worked there long before I did, actually. But when I had my first day of training, there was this one guy in there. And we're all, you know, the first day of the call center job, I'm assuming is pretty similar to a lot of call center job first days where it's a lot of just community building, getting to know people, talking, you know, we're the best community, best call service in the world, you know.
Right.
We love our employees so much, you're going to love us, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, this guy, he's a little bit older. He was in his 30s, I guess, early 30s. And we got to talk. He's like, hey, dude, you seem really cool. Like, let's, you know, here's my Facebook if you want to add me, blah, blah, blah. He goes, I'm not coming back tomorrow, though. He goes, I've worked in call service jobs, and this one's shit. Like, I can just tell by what they pay, what they offer, what they're making us do. I've been doing this for a long time. I know what I'm doing. I could get a better job somewhere else. So I'm not coming back, but it'd be cool to keep in contact. I thought that was really cool. I've never actually met someone the first day, like even in class where you're like, you know, you're going to see these people for half a year. You don't even talk to them like that, right? Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, whatever. For a straight year, because I only worked at CSG for like 6 months. Mm-hmm. But even past that, I was still, me and this guy on Facebook, we found that we liked memes. So we would tag each other with memes like daily. The joke was like, where are my memes? Like, what's up, bro? Like, you know, like this is our thing. We were just really cool with that. I never even really talked to him like face to face or hung out with him. After a year goes by, we finally were like, why don't we just hang out? Like, you know, we obviously get along, so let's have a kickback, have a barbecue. Started doing that, barbecuing, go to his place, come to my place. I introduced him to like my friends and stuff. He didn't really have a lot of friends. Apparently he had like this big falling out with his group of friends or whatever. So whatever, he starts hanging out with my friends. Drink break.
Drink break.
It's all cool. It's all cool. He has his girlfriend for like the past year or two. They're living together. They're set. He's a big guy too. Like I guess he was like 500 pounds at one point. Got down to like 350. And that was whatever. He smoked a lot of pot. I think that's what kept him heavy because he smoked a lot of pot all the time and ate a lot. But he figured out how to at least be like healthy within the context of San Antonio, whatever.
Right.
And one night we go out with some friends. He meets one of my friends, Sam. And Sam, it's funny with her because all of my friends that I have like him, like my other friend Frankie, and they always fall in love with Sam right away. Because she seems like the girl she's pretty, but pretty enough to where these guys think that she'll be into them.
You get what okay. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay, not to sound ugly about it. It's just like,
right.
Sam's a pretty girl. She's just a little thicker. Right.
Well, thickness doesn't matter, but
anyways. So, that's what you're.
So I was like, sorry, I threw you off there.
I think Sam's very pretty, very attractive girl. She's just a little thicker for my taste. But not that sounds bad too. But
you're good.
Anyways, so he meets Sam and he falls in love. He dumps his girlfriend, his living girlfriend of like a year or two, just drops her.
For some chick that he doesn't know.
He didn't even... So he dumps his girlfriend and then messaged me and goes, hey man, I just dumped my girlfriend. Do you think Sam would go out with me? And I was like... And so I had known Sam for, I guess 8 months now. So we were pretty close. She was coming
during
around
that
a lot.
time frame, yeah.
And I knew no, but I didn't know how to tell him like no, like Sam. I figured like
you told him shoot your shot, dude.
I told him shoot your shot, dude. Like I was like I know how this is gonna play out, but you can't tell your homeboy no. Let him do his thing. He's got to you win some, you lose some. Maybe she will. I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe she will. It doesn't happen. And this is super awkward now because Sam comes around a lot at this time too. She was there everywhere. He was starting to come around everywhere too. Anytime I did something, you want me to?
No, I got it. Oh, almost had it. I missed the hole.
You're at an angle. You gotta do straight. Yeah.
I'm trying to get it right.
There you go.
I'm trying to get it because it's coming out.
There you go. No, pull up.
Well, no, it's not. It's
no,
not.
Hombre, give it to me.
I was like, yeah, you do it.
So
anyway.
So
you tell him to shoot your shot.
So I tell him to shoot a shot. He shoots his shot and totally misses, right?
He airballed it.
Totally misses. And actually, what's interesting is that after that, it didn't exactly faze him because he messaged me and goes, she never messaged me back. It was like a month later. And we're still hanging out. And he's like, so this is weird. I was like, yeah, just whatever. He still comes around. Anyways, I don't know when from that time to now. It has to have been at least half a year at this point.
It had to be a while.
I realized I started to actually get annoyed too because he would always ask me to hang out, and I was like, I have a whole life. Like we're not high school guys that we can just hang out every day with each other. Like like I got a fiance, you blah blah blah. It's like I can't come to your house every day and hang out.
Right.
And the meme things too started getting old because there's only so many memes out there that are actually funny. So it's like, yeah, I've seen this. He's like, yeah, I've seen this. So let's just kind of cool it. So after a while, I don't even realize that we're not even talking anymore. So the other night, I guess it was last weekend. Yeah, it was like last weekend, like on Friday or something. I was like, the fuck is this guy up to? I just wanted to see. So I type him on Facebook. He's not a friend anymore. I'm like, okay, he probably deleted me. I'm thinking he's probably just, he seemed kind of sensitive. So I'm like, maybe he thinks he got in a huff about me not messaging him for a long time. And just was like, fuck this guy.
Right.
I thought I'm going to throw him a friend request just to, if nothing comes of it, I think I know what it's about. If not, maybe something happened. He's like, oh, you know what? It's cool. We can just be Facebook friends like we were. Mm-hmm. He messages me the next morning. Drink break?
Oh, damn.
He messages me the next morning and he's like, hey, bud. They call me bud. Hey, bud. Sorry I deleted you. And sorry, I'm not going to add you again. I was like, fuck? He's like,
Hey, pal. So guess what?
It's weird, right?
Nice try.
Right. I don't know. And then he goes, it just seemed like it got really awkward after I dumped my girlfriend and then asked Sam out. So, you know,
Like
congrats.
it's your fault.
No, not really. It was just he took so much importance on this. It was such a thing or something, which I guess it was because he like threw out someone in his life for the prospect of getting with Sam.
Yeah.
And he didn't even know. He just only met her that one night, right? So that's weird on him. The thing is, I didn't even think about it because honestly, at the time, I was like, I mean, I get it. Seeing his girlfriend Sam, I probably would have done the same thing. But you know, whatever. He goes, you know, it's been. I think it got awkward, and you know, congrats on your marriage and best of luck to you. And I was like, did we just break up? Like, it was just like, I've never had like a friendship. You know, if a friendship breakup to me is you just distantly or slowly kind
don't
of
talk to each other.
Yeah. But you still stay on Facebook. Maybe you just hide them from your shit or something. Or
mute them.
Yeah, or whatever. But he tells me this upright. I'm like, I don't even know how to respond to this. So I kind of sit on it. And then I think, you know, I'm going to tell this guy, this guy's sensitive. I'm going to tell him, you know, I don't really understand it, but that's cool. Like, sorry you feel that way. Best of luck to you. And he blocked me. And to me, for whatever reason, Facebook blocking is like the biggest slap in the face. Because I block people that I either fucking hate, like I realize I just fucking hate you as a person. And I want nothing to do with you.
No wonder I don't see you on Facebook no more.
Shut the fuck up. I'll tell you something else though. Okay, so he's my drink of the week. Because I just think that's weird. I think that's just weird. Like it's nothing I did. It's something you did.
There's no context
behind
it.
And you feel it's weird, so you're going to block me? Not that I really even need to. I don't want to know what you're doing, but that's just weird to me to go about this process.
It's random.
Yeah. Now, the Facebook blocking thing. I will delete a motherfucker for actually really petty shit. Do you remember?
Same.
I don't know if...
And that's part of my drink of the week, but we'll get into that.
Are you close with...
Dude, that's my drink of the week.
Shut the fuck up!
Yeah, so say what you're going to say, and then I'll get into mine.
Okay, so there was this guy, Oscar. We can say the name?
Yeah, fuck you. Yeah, so Oscar, you're getting double jerked. So and not in the fun way.
Cigarettes. Okay, so this guy Oscar at CSG. Now this is only one in the many of people but this is just an example because I know you know him. At CSG, I never really liked him. I always thought he was kind of douchey, pompous and douchey, and for no reason. Because I'm like, I don't really get where this comes from because I don't get it. I just don't get it. And
he acted like he was the shit when he wasn't.
Exactly. And so. And the other thing was, so when I add you on Facebook, expect me to comment on your shit. Like, if it's clever, I'm going to tell you if it's clever. If it's bullshit, I'm going to call you out on your bullshit. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times, actually, his stuff was clever, or whatever. I just thought it was appropriate, so I would say something clever back, and he would never respond. And so after so many times, I kind of feel like he's disregarding anything I said. Like, okay, fuck you. And 3 times, I'm just like, okay, fuck Oscar. I deleted him, right? Did him on Facebook for a long time, but I didn't realize I saw him on Snapchat. So a long time goes by, and I'm not really on Snapchat a lot. They finally do a Snapchat, and he messages me back, you look crazy or something. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, why would he even... I don't even talk to him. Don't even message on my Snapchat. Right. So I deleted him on Snapchat, too. And Mr. Teacher's like, oh my god, why would you? Just because I was like, yeah, fuck the guy. Because I don't care. I don't really give a fuck. Come to find out, too, going extra, he is with this girl that is Mrs. Teach's friend from work back in the day. And she is a good-looking girl. And I just don't understand it.
What's her name?
Darcy.
Never mind.
Her name's Darcy. So they're dating now. Now, she's a whole bag of crazy, though. So, I don't think this is going to work out anyways. But I'm like... Good for you. Enjoy while it lasts, because you don't even deserve that. To be honest, I don't even get why she's into you. That's fucking weird. But good for you in that sense. But fuck you also, because. All right, so that was my bit.
Right. So I have 2 jerks of the week. It's been a while, and a lot of people have gone under my skin. Oscar being one of them.
Wow.
So I've had Oscar on Facebook.
How close were y'all? Are y'all?
We were only close at CSG.
Okay.
Because we both worked the night shift.
Yeah.
Or he worked like a midnight shift, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
And so, I mean...
he was on my team, actually.
He liked metal music. I liked metal music. He was a funny guy at times. The 10 minutes I would interact with him at a time.
Right.
Whatever. Had he, he added me on Facebook. I was a TL and he was just a rep. Oh, let's all at the boss. Quote unquote.
Yeah.
So I was like, whatever. Have him on Facebook ever since CSG. I will never comment on his shit. I'm not a big commenter. I don't really comment on shit.
Yeah,
I'll react or something.
Yeah.
But I'm not a big commenter.
You're a hard audience. You don't like a lot of my shit.
Well, I don't know.
Hard audience. Yeah. Tough crowd.
So anytime I would share something WWE related, he would put like a laughing react. And then he would comment, "This is so stupid," or like, "This is whatever." But at the same time, he would be sharing stuff like Stone Cold Steve Austin. He would be sharing stuff about the Royal Rumble greatest moments, and he would share wrestling stuff. And I'd be like, why do you comment on the shit that I share saying it's stupid, it's gay? Which I'm like, gay's not even an insult anymore. Jeez, get over it. Yeah, it's like, whatever, dude. It's just like, excuse me. Okay, whatever. That doesn't make any sense. You know, it's whatever. He posts a lot of douchey stuff, like just very douchey.
Yeah.
So it was like, whatever. So I posted on Facebook a few days ago, because I saw Oscar season coming up. We went and saw a lot of Oscar related movies that got nominated or whatever, to kind of, so that way me and Leslie are caught up with the nominations and we can make accurate predictions, this and that. So I've been posting. And it's because out every now and then. I used to post movie reviews, but now I've been doing it a lot more frequently. And I get messages and I get comments like, "Oh, thank you for telling me about this. I won't go see it," or "Oh, I can't, like, this makes me even more excited for it," And I love hearing that kind of thing. Because, I studied film, I studied acting. I still consider myself an actor even though I haven't done anything. But it's like, I like hearing that type of feedback of like, "Oh yeah, like, thanks for posting this mini review or posting my thoughts on it." So I put a poll on Facebook and I put, if I was like, I've gotten feedback from the past that I leave, good reviews. I was like, so who actually looks at my, who actually would, if I did a movie review page, not a podcast or a talk show, but if I posted articles and like, actual writings of movie reviews, who would actually read it? So the two options I put were yes or something like that. Hell yeah, like, yeah, a positive option. And then if you weren't going to read it, I put go fuck yourself. Like if you voted no, I'm telling you, go fuck yourself.
You know what? I read it that you're saying like
telling me to go fuck myself.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So I could kind of see that too. But either way, I was going for
because it's kind of like the viewer saying, "I like your reviews," or "David, go fuck yourself."
Right.
Like your reviews, yeah.
Yeah. So I purposely chose the go fuck yourself. I purposely put go fuck yourself so I can weed out the negative people that don't support none of my shit. That was another thing too. He would fuck, like, when I would share stuff about the podcast and stuff, like Who Cares or even Can't Stop Won't Stop, he would put the laughing react.
Yeah.
And it would just be like, what for?
It's just a dick.
Yeah, it was like, what for? I was like, you're making fun of me? I was like, look at you bum. Like, what are you doing?
The fat ass and a gi.
Yeah, it's like, "Oh, I could put you in a sleeper hole." Yeah, whatever. It's like, catch me if you can. Fucking. So he put the laughing react and he chose the go fuck yourself option. So that's where I was kind of like, why? What's funny about me wanting to go out and fucking make a name for myself? I was like, I want to be able to have my own job where I make my own hours. It was like, whether it be the podcast, this or Can't Stop Won't Stop, whether it be a movie review page. It's like, I want my name fucking out there. So I was just like, what's so fucking funny about me wanting to make a name for myself?
Right.
And so I was just like, fuck you, dude. Like, I really wanted to go off and be like, and tag him in the comments and be like, why the fuck would you put that?
Yeah.
Like, like, what's your fucking problem, dude? So, but I'm on the end. If I delete somebody off of Facebook and I know I have them on other social media outlets, I'll go in and delete him off of everything.
Now I'm like that because I'm on them all. I forgot that.
Yeah.
Now I am like that too.
So I delete him off Facebook. Went to my Instagram, deleted them there. I think those were the only two things. I was just like, fuck you, whatever. Done with it. But with the Can't Stop Won't Stop page, there's my buddy Jonathan, my co-host of that show, he has this friend, her name on Twitter is like Emotep or something like that. And apparently Oscar knows this chick. So she followed me through the page of the Can't Stop Won't Stop or whatever. Like, she found my personal Twitter and she followed me. And so I remember like going through my Twitter one day, like, and I followed her back. I always follow people back for the most part. And so I saw her tweeting at Oscar Ortega, and I was like, what? And I clicked on it, and sure enough, it's that fucking cocksucker. And I was like, damn. I was like, I can't fucking get away from this dude.
Yeah.
And so I was
funny.
like,
San Antonio's a big city, but it's small though.
yeah, it's like you fucking like you'll run into everybody.
Yeah.
So but he tweets at her a lot. She never tweets back at him a lot, but he's always tweeting at her.
So?
Yeah, every now and then I'll see him pop up like in her her threads or whatever. I'm just like, whatever, dude.
Yeah.
But no, so it's funny that you brought him up. I was like, so fuck you, Oscar Ortega. Yeah. His profile picture is kind of him wearing sunglasses. He's got long hair and a beard. If you find him, give him a big old fuck you to him and his dojo. I hope he breaks his neck in a match, doesn't die or get paralyzed.
You know what else is funny? So my Mrs. Cheech's friend Darcy is now dating him, which is just weird. I'm just like, I don't get that at all. I really don't, but whatever. But also, so that's one connection where it comes back around, right? Because Miss Cheever's like, why? What's so bad? She was like, I don't get it either. Like, he's fucking a chud, but I don't see why you hate him. So I'm like, it's just a Facebook thing. I'm like, I'm petty. I was petty about it.
Goes back to your etiquette. There's specific etiquette
There's a way
Facebook.
to be on Facebook, and you fucking suck at it. But also, I actually, the dojo he works at, the Shark Team or whatever, they're in a lawsuit with, that our company was with against them.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. Because it was funny because I remember doing a pleading pad one time, fixing it up because they were going back and forth. And I was like, Shark Team or Shark whatever, Shark Jiu-Jitsu. I was like, that sounds familiar. And his post came up, at Shark Team, whatever. I'm like, oh shit, this is and there you go. There's the logo, there's the guy, all the information.
There's the bones.
Yeah.
Fucking, dude, that's hilarious, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, big fuck you to Oscar Ortega. Yeah. That was a jerk of the week from when we last recorded. My current jerk of the week, it's actually two. They'll be nameless. Granted, I know they don't listen to the show, but they will be nameless. Yeah. I'm like preparing myself. Right?
Yeah.
Because I learned of this information on Friday night, this past Friday night. And it hasn't been eating at me per se. I've had my suspicions of this, but I'm just kind of like, now that I know about it, I'm kind of like, yeah, whatever. Fake as fuck. And I don't know if you saw my Facebook story and my Instagram story on Friday. I put a song on it. I put
So I don't get it. I don't get the story thing on Facebook or on Instagram.
Yeah,
I think it started on Instagram and then Facebook.
No, it started on Snapchat because Snapchat was the originator of stories.
Oh, okay.
Then it went to Instagram,
which is why I'll do this Snapchat thing every now and then. Now I've been more on it because I don't have a job, so I got more shit to do. But the Instagram and the Facebook, Facebook
has the worst story method. Facebook has the worst. Instagram is in second place.
Okay.
Snapchat's the OG.
Yeah.
That's always going to be number one. So I posted on my story on Snapchat, which I'll get to the backstory of it. There's a song by French Montana, and I think the other guy's name is Chinx Drugs or something like that.
You can't say Chinx.
Sorry, it's Cinx. But it's give a fuck about your feelings. Say who gives a fuck. Like, it's just great song. It's like a song that says like fuck you.
And
like,
who is it?
It's and the artist that sings on it is French Montana.
Oh, okay.
But I think it's under the producer's name. It's like Chinx Drugs or something like that. I don't know how to pronounce the name. But yeah, so the majority of the song just goes give a fuck about your feelings. Who gives a fuck?
I think I've heard it.
Yeah, I was like it's been around for a long time. But so I posted on my Instagram story, I was like, what a great night. And I did a zoom in on my face smiling and that song was playing, give a fuck. Same thing, well, with Facebook, I put a sticker that said, too dead to care. And I was like, give a fuck about your feelings, like winking at the camera and everything. Where I work, I'm getting tired of it. I am looking for new jobs. Something that's competitive in pay, which is going to be a hard task finding, and I know that, to be similar to the pay that I'm at now. But, so the moral of the story is, apparently I'm being called an asshole, Debbie Down, by these two people in particular.
Okay.
I'm being called like an asshole, Debbie Downer, Negative Nancy, like really, like, just names. I'm being name called at work.
Yeah.
I will admit, I am not happy with going into work. I dread waking up every morning. when I get to work, my main focus is just sit down, work the 8 hours, go home. I do have friends at work that I love very much. Those of you who I show you the love and I talk to you, you guys know who you are. Mostly the supporters of the show. Those that don't really give a fuck. It's like, I'll be nice to people. You know, I'll have a conversation and be like, but you know what? That's my extent. I don't owe you nothing. You don't owe me nothing. You're a coworker. You're a colleague. Whatever. Like, we don't have
They don't all blossom like our relationship.
Right. They don't. So I'm just like, whatever. There's guy number 1. Older gentleman. I feel he tries really hard to be funny and be relevant. Whenever I get up on my high horse saying like, I've seen that, it's mostly directed at this guy number 1. Because I'm just like, he shows me things from like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, whatever. And I play nice. Hey David, what'd you think about this movie? I didn't like it. You didn't like it? Why didn't you like it? Why don't you like this movie?
Oh, that sounds like me.
Well, but at work I keep it, and I'm like, well, because this, and this.
Yeah.
Well, what do you mean this, and this? Because this, and this.
Yeah.
Well, why? What makes you see that? And I go over like, well, you know, if you look at this thing, you know, this da-da-da-da. Bohemian Rhapsody, perfect example. How could you say you hate Bohemian Rhapsody? Don't you like Queen? Don't you like rock music? Yeah, but that wasn't the real Freddie Mercury. Well, what do you mean that wasn't the real Freddie Mercury? What? I thought I liked it. And I'm like, yeah, but you don't get it. So then, like, it's just...
You can't like it. That's fine. I didn't say you can't like it.
Exactly. I was like, what movies fucking... guy number 1 constantly does well, he didn't like Coco. He doesn't have a heart. he didn't cry during Coco. He didn't have a heart. I'm like, if you haven't seen Coco by now, have you seen Coco?
I've seen Coco.
Okay. To me, that's a happy ending. I don't see what's all boo-hoo-hoo about it. It's like, she dies and gets reunited with her dad. Happy ending. There's nothing depressing about that. She was holding on to that little bit of hope to finally remember her father.
Yeah.
She remembers him, passes away.
It was happy.
Yeah.
The sad part is when, not Coco, but the grandson is gonna die, and then they all give him the permission to go back and do music.
Right.
That's the sad part, too. Or that's the joyous sad. That's not the sad part. That's the tear emotion kind of. We're like, he finally got the family's acceptance.
No, like the
but
part...
Coco dying, that's a happy...
But yeah, but the part that I know from experience, because I watched it with Leslie. Leslie fucking bawled her eyes out beyond all belief is when they pass over on the next Day of the Dead, and she's like, "Oh, hi, puppy," or whatever, and it's like, "Oh, mi Coco."
Yeah.
Leslie like, "Ah!"
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that was like, happy. It was like, oh, cool. That there's life after death. Like,
yeah. So I literally, this is how my face was watching Coco. The whole movie. Beautiful animation, catchy songs, just wasn't for me. I'm half Mexican. And that was this guy number 1. Oh, well, you don't get it, you don't understand it because you're not Mexican. Oh, you're not Mexican, so there's nothing you can relate to. I'm like, yeah, I can. I was like, my grandma constantly overfed me as a kid. I was like, yeah, I got that. Oh, there was the threats of the chancla. I've been beat with many objects.
Yeah.
I get it. My family didn't celebrate Dia de los Muertos. Doesn't mean that doesn't take away my Mexicanness.
Yeah.
It's like, and then when the Oscars came around and Remember Me won Best Original Song over This Is Me from The Greatest Showman, which I am still very salty about, but it's like, oh, you just don't like it because it's like mariachi music. And I'm like, that has nothing to do with why. I didn't say I didn't like the song. I felt there was another song more deserving of it because it had a more powerful message, but whatever. So guy number 1, just constantly, he asks me for reasons why I don't like something. I give my reasons. Well, you don't have to be ugly about it. And I'm like, well, yeah, then don't fucking talk to me, dude.
Yeah.
So then I come in the morning, this guy number 1. Good morning, David. I'm just like.
What's good about it?
I'm like, hello. Well, what's wrong, man? What's going on?
That.
So I'm just like, yeah, I don't like working here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, whatever. I'm just like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Do your job.
Who cares?
Yeah, who cares? Let me do my thing. Here's guy number 2.
So we haven't got into guy number 2 yet. This has all been
guy number 1.
Yeah.
Guy number 2, he's an asshole himself. He thinks he's a know-it-all, in my opinion.
See, that's a bad know-it-all. When you think you're a know-it-all, that's the worst kind of know-it-all.
Mm-hmm.
I can fuck with because I think I'm this kind of know-it-all that I don't realize it and I just keep talking and giving my opinion on shit. But it tends to... I give enough space for people to go like, okay, stop, teach. Like, I'm like,
Right.
oh, okay, my bad. Like,
Yeah, like,
you
oh
know.
yeah, I'm getting overworked.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this guy, I feel like he knows he's a know-it-all. He thinks
Yeah.
he's a know-it-all. Whatever.
He
you
wants
wanna
to
call
be a
it.
know-it-all.
Yeah. He's always fucking nitpicking at something about the systems. Oh, well, this thing is so stupid. Da 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 da. This thing is this. This thing is this. Da 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 da. Like always nitpicking at something. We have this new system at work that the whole company is going to start using. I think it's the best type of interface for policies, whatever, that I've ever seen working in insurance. To the point, changes happen in real time, billing updates in real time. This is not. I think it's awesome. It's a new system. It's going to have little flaws and bugs that, like to reinstate a policy. If it just canceled, you have to wait a couple days to go in and reinstate it. Fair enough. It's going to get done. You just have to wait.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just so inconvenient. Oh my god. Da 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 da. This they need to do this. They need to fix this. Da 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 da. It's like, shit, dude. They just created this damn thing.
Yeah.
Like it's rolling out.
Like, can you write code?
Right. It's like, hey, you fucking nerd.
Yeah.
Fucking.
You fucking nerd.
I'm like, chill, dude. Chill.
Yeah.
Fucking. But he's a negative Nancy. So apparently there was a conversation, and guy number 1, fuck, David's here, da da da, I can't, like, whatever, getting all upset that I showed up to work or whatever.
What? Like, right
Yeah.
there in front of you?
No, not in front of me. This is
There
this
was a conversation.
Yeah, this was information to me.
I see.
Whatever. Guy number 2, oh yeah, I can't stand him, da 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 da. I don't know, I don't remember.
Wow.
I was told the story,
Y'all
but I
are
don't
on the same
remember.
team? Is this why y'all
We're all on the same team. And that's why I'm saying I'm leaving names out, I'm leaving methods of convos, everything's all secondhand,
Right.
hearing from me. So I'm just like, okay, and then guy number 2, yeah, fuck him, da da da, in so many words, da da da. Good person number 1. Well, like, he likes working here, he likes everyone, he talks to everyone, he's just not happy being on the phones, which is true. I feel that I've reached my potential at being on the phones. I've helped thousands of customers at, this company alone, helped thousands others at the previous CSG and 21st and Farmers and everything. It's like, there's no room for me to grow, and I'm upset. I'm getting, like, I'm stuck. And I know I'm capable of more.
Well, the company knows that you're that good. They want you to be that good always right there.
Exactly. So, and that's not how I want to be. I know I can show off my truest potential in different departments, but it's just like, there's no room for me to grow. And that's what pisses me off, is like, I'm about to hit 2 years here, and I've been in the same position for 2 years. That's unacceptable to me. That's because I always want to strive to get as high as I can go within a company. So, good person number 1. Well, no, like, he knows he wants to do more. He wants to, be promoted. Well, he's such an asshole. You'll never, that's why he's stuck where he's at, is because he doesn't know what he's doing. Da 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 da. Something like disparaging my job performance. This and that. Good person number 2. Well, he is looking for other, spots, this and that. Guy number 2, bad guy number 2. Good, let him, fuck him. Get him out of here. Like, just, like, saying, like, oh, good riddance, to me. So it's kind of like, okay. So I heard all this information from an outside source. I'm like, alright. I was a little hurt at first. It's like,
Stings a little bit, always, yeah.
Because, you always have grievances with coworkers, specific ones. And these 2 guys I had my grievances with. Mostly kept to myself. Being professional, not, taking it into the workplace, this and that. I'm like, alright. So I heard the story, put on a fake face, whatever, like, I'm not here to make friends, this and that. On the drive home, I got a little teary-eyed, I'll admit it. I was kind of like, well, damn.
Yeah.
I've been around these people, guy number 1 and 2, for quite some time. I've, yeah, I know they have, you know, their. I was like, and I know too, like, I could be more positive at work. I try to contain it, you know, I kind of contain the negativity to myself. That's why I purposely sit at my desk. I'm not interacting with people to be an asshole, is because I'm not in a good mood. I don't want to inadvertently take that out on somebody, so I stay to myself. I'll smile, I'll talk, I'll say hey, whatever. Call it a day. So that was on Friday. When I got home, I remember who the fuck I was, and I was like, oh, I'm an asshole? I can really be a fucking asshole. I was like, I'll show you who David really is. So this week, well, granted it's Tuesday, so yesterday and today, and I'm rolling, oh, good morning, David. David, you watch the Super Bowl? Nope. You didn't watch the Super Bowl? I don't like football. But you're not on a fuck. No, I don't watch football.
Yeah, that's good, dude.
And, whoa, okay.
Feels good, right?
Oh yeah, man. So today I came in with just my AirPods in. I was just like, and I didn't have my AirPods loud. Guy number one, oh hey David. I'm just logging in my computer. Good morning, David. And I heard some person on team. Oh, I think he has his headphones in. Oh, okay. Hey David, did you see that one? I know you didn't watch the Super Bowl, but did you see the NFL 100? Nope. You didn't see anything on Facebook or? Oh yeah, by the way, I deleted guy number 1 and 2 off of my Facebook too, and unfollowed him off.
It's the ultimate slap in the face.
Yeah, it's like,
I mean, that's nowadays that's.
Yeah, it's like you're not important to me anymore.
Right.
So it's like, did you see this? Nope. You didn't see it? Nope.
It's funny. This is all congealing with all of our jerks of the weeks and the show in general, like.
Mm-hmm. So I've just been like, guy number 2 wasn't there today, so I haven't gotten to be an asshole to him yet. It's like,
but I'm looking forward to it.
I was like, I'm looking forward to it. I'm to the point where I'm ready to fucking throw hands with anybody. I'm like,
God.
I'm at that point, but I'm gonna contain myself.
So, you heard this from a good person.
I heard this from a very good person.
Okay.
And like I said, everyone will remain nameless. There's no specific affiliations with this very good person,
right.
Or they actually very good people, I should say.
Any how they word it? Any words? Any closest relationship is coincidental? How do books put that when they do like a tell-all? But it's a tell-all, but it's about fake people, and they go, any people this sounds like, it's all coincidence.
Any similarities is just
there you go,
coincidental.
similarities.
Yeah. To actual people,
so
or whatever.
Any similarities that you've heard today on this podcast, they're all coincidental.
They're all coincidental.
It's all a podcast.
It's all a podcast, and
there's
our
a big
fucking
fourth
podcast.
wall there.
Exactly. It's our podcast. I'm gonna say what I want, but I am respectful of work etiquette in case. Just like it's always, to make sure this doesn't come back to haunt us.
I have another drink of the week.
And that's fun. That's good. Yeah. So, the very good people. I don't know if you listen to the show, but if you do, you know who you are. Thank you for presenting the information that you did present to me.
Interesting.
I really appreciate it. Nothing will change. Your secrets will always be safe. But
even on this broadcast, they're still safe.
I was like, they're still safe because no one will know.
No names. Yeah.
Unless these people listen to the show, they'll know it's them, but no one will ever know.
Right.
Because, and again, at the same time, these are all conversations that I heard secondhand.
Right.
So it's like, no one will ever know. But anyway, who's your next drink of the week?
We'll be right back with that after these messages. All right. How are those messages?
All right. Now
we don't have any messages.
All of our sponsors flow just like that.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
I'm actually going to decline my second drink of the week because I think it's a little too personal.
I asked him if he couldn't talk about me on the show. I was a jerk. Just kidding.
David for not coming around the past month.
Right, fuck, man. Trust me.
No,
I've been a negative Nancy.
Yeah,
no.
negative Nancy.
Oh.
Let him fucking go.
Right? It's like, let him fucking quit. Fucking trust me, I want to.
Now, people quitting. I guess people wished Maroon 5 would have quit.
Dude, for real. Dude, I was begging for them, fucking shit. It's like, Man, I don't know. Maroon 5's like whatever to me music wise. They're not good, but they're not bad.
What genre would you call them? They're like pop rock?
They started off as rock, like they were an alternative rock band, but then they got just into like pop.
Yeah, just pop.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know.
And Adam Levine has been solo for a while, yes?
No, he's been with Maroon 5.
Oh, because the one with Cardi B.
That's Maroon 5.
Oh, really?
That's Maroon 5 featuring Cardi B.
I thought it was just Adam Levine.
No, it was like, that's the shitty
Because
thing.
to be honest, I feel like on the radio they introduced the song as like the new Adam Levine and Cardi B song.
They probably did.
Yeah.
They probably did, but no, that's technically, legally,
His band,
a Maroon
or the
5
band.
song. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just kind of similar, quick snippet, that's kind of similar to like when Jack U was an EDM group. It was Skrillex and Diplo. You know that song, the Where Are You Now That I Need You?
Yeah.
So fucking, that song is Jack U featuring Justin Bieber. But it was introduced on the radio as Justin Bieber featuring Diplo. It's like Skrillex got just totally disregarded. And it was just like, what? But anyway. So Maroon 5 does that. Everybody only cares about Adam Levine. So it's just like, whatever. But my thing was, because they asked Rihanna, they asked a few other artists, but they were like, no, because you guys, the way you guys treated Colin Kaepernick, I don't want to perform.
Yeah.
Like, I've made it very clear I don't give two shits about the whole kneeling thing.
Right.
My thing was, they were in Atlanta. They should have picked hip-hop artists.
Yeah.
They should have picked black artists. It's like, we're in the heart of hip-hop, urban soul. But
the black artists were declining.
A lot of black artists were declining. But at the same time, Rihanna, boo. Cardi B, boo. It's like, whatever. It's like, those aren't really... I think those are flash in the pan artists. Even I don't care how long Rihanna's been around. She's still a flash in the pan. I'm like, they should have got Outkast. I know they had Big Boy.
Yeah.
But it's like, they should have got Outkast. It's like, they're from Atlanta.
Yeah.
Migos from Atlanta. Lil Jon and the East Side Boys from Atlanta. Yin Yang Twins from Atlanta. They should have got fucking Usher from Atlanta. It's like, they should have got fucking, black artists.
That would have been cool to see Usher up there.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, it would have been cool. So it's like, I've never been one to really go around, like, I know we make jokes about all different types of races and sizes and this and that, but it's like, I agree. Everything's been really white as of late. Let's start throwing in some POC, people of color. Let's start making...
The only thing is that, do you think it was the Super Bowl that didn't go the extra mile, or that the black artists were not going to do it?
It's not... there was only 2 black artists that didn't want to do it.
Yeah, but
The
you don't
first-
think
the
that like,
first
the
two
Super Bowl
options.
got the message, like, okay, black people are not going to do this.
That's what they probably thought. The NFL and Roger Goodell were probably like, hey, let's just ask some white bands.
Yeah.
So it's like, so they're in a predominantly black and urban city.
And I heard Travis Scott even, he asked permission from Colin Kaepernick to do the
he
Super
did.
Bowl thing.
So it was like, but then he just performed Sicko Mode.
Right.
And then teased the whole SpongeBob thing. And I was a little bummed they didn't do Sweet Sweet Victory. But at the same time, I'm like, come on, guys, they were never going to do that.
No,
they were never going to do Sweet Sweet Victory.
As soon as I saw it, I knew they weren't going to do the whole bit.
It was like...
I was like, what's the transition, though?
Yeah. That's kind of like, oh...
I was satisfied with it. I'll just leave it. Here's the thing. I'm not a big music head. I'm not a big Super Bowl fan or football fan either. So, for me, as just a random casual spectator, it was a good show. Especially because I don't even go to concerts either.
Right.
So, I thought it was good. The SpongeBob thing, it would have been cool. Like, in the background, I was like,
sweet,
let's be right. How are they going to pull that off? But really, in the front of my head, I'm like, yeah, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I thought the transition was cool. I love Sicko Mode. So,
yeah, it was like
Sicko
Mode's a cool song. Fucking, like, I remember when Steven Hillenberger died, and everybody was like, oh, like, to honor Steven Hillenberger, the Super Bowl better do Sweet Sweet Victory at the halftime show. I'm like, yeah, no, it's like, yeah, that sucks. The creator of SpongeBob died.
Yeah.
But the NFL's not going to go, you know what, let's scrap the whole halftime show what we already have planned and just fucking rewrite it to do Sweet Sweet Victory. No, it was never going to happen. It was cool. They did their little thing. It would have been cool to see it, but at the same time, like you said, realistically, no, it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
I watched the halftime show like this.
Yeah.
Like, it was just a halftime show.
What's the last halftime show that you were really odd on?
The last one, probably Prince, a while back. he put on a good show because he played hits that he played throwback hits. And Prince is just a legend.
Yeah.
Last year, Justin Timberlake, boring as fuck. Bruno Mars was boring as fuck.
Yep.
Katy Perry, boring as fuck. Even with bringing out Missy Elliott, still boring. Beyonce, boring. It's like the halftime shows that stick out to me that I remember, Prince, and maybe The Who.
Mm.
And The Who performed back when I was a kid.
Not the Janet Jackson titty?
I missed it. I didn't watch the Super Bowl that year. The Super Bowl was on in the house.
Yeah.
But I was in my room playing with my toys.
Right.
So, and I didn't have any interest in football at that time. So it was just like,
show.
it was like, whatever. Have you naked by the end of
Yeah.
the song? Fucking, but no, it was just like, in one, the Super Bowl was very boring.
Yeah.
I knew the Patriots were going to win, but it's just like, really? 13-3? What? Like, that was the weirdest Super Bowl I'd ever watched. The commercials weren't all that. Yeah. The coolest commercial was maybe the Bud Knight one when he got killed by the mountain.
Yeah.
That was probably the coolest one. I was like, "Fuck yeah!"
I thought the one with all the old football guys at the
the 100 years.
Yeah, that was pretty cool too.
It was pretty cool.
The football, they all go crazy and shit. Like
I
that's
liked
funny.
how-
Like, what are they doing now? Oh, that's what they would do, right?
Fucking, I just thought it was funny. Marshawn Lynch, there's an award ceremony. Marshawn Lynch is just going for the cake. It's like, I was like, oh, that's something Marshawn Lynch would do. I was like, that's so cool. I love Marshawn Lynch. He's so awesome. Crazy thing too is like, damn, it's going to be 100 years the NFL's been around.
Well, what was this one? It was 50.
Well, that's the Super Bowl. The NFL's been around.
Oh, I was like, wait a minute. Okay.
The NFL's been around way longer than the actual Super Bowl. Way much longer. I don't know. Fuck it. Who cares? But yeah, I mean the new trailer for the end game, for Avengers Endgame, which I wouldn't even call a trailer, is another teaser. It was like 45 seconds long. I think the highlights of the night were fucking Tom Brady kissing the owner of the Patriots. Fucking queer. I was just like all the jokes, like really, like I was just on Twitter a majority of the time reading all the jokes and like laughing at everything. Fucking when, because Tom Brady got made fun of a lot last year for kissing his son on the lips, and it was just like, because one that I don't know, that's just weird to me. It's like kissing your parents on the lips. I don't know. My parents have always kissed me on the cheek or forehead.
Yeah.
I've never kissed a relative on the lips. I'm just like but it's like there was a tweet that I saw. It says like, damn well Tom Brady's son is lathering his lips with Carmex in the back. Fucking. So it's like all the Tom Brady kissing jokes were funny. That was about it.
I mean, I'm not a big Super Bowl guy. Anyways, I actually forgot. I didn't even realize
when the big game was.
For the Buddhist Center I'm at, the New Year was today, and on Sunday is supposed. It doesn't line up this way. It's always different in the year, but this Sunday was the day you're supposed to clean the center. A lot of people in the community come over to help clean the center because it's the New Year, right?
Right.
And no one showed up, and I was like. I mean, there was a few people, but a lot of times it's a lot of people. It goes by really quick because one person does a window. You have 20 people there. We're all doing one window each, and we're all vacuuming one. It goes by really quick. It was probably about 5 of us, and I was like, oh my God. And then someone was like, oh, okay, I got to head out. I got to start cooking for the Super Bowl. I was like, oh shit, it's the fucking Super Bowl. I didn't even realize. Like,
yeah, it's this...
We went to Mrs. Teach's parents, and it was really blasé. Like, we just hung out. I
did
homework.
Is her dad a big football fan?
Her dad is a big football fan, and he was watching the game. And I wasn't watching. I'm a bad son-in-law. Like, I was doing homework. Because I don't really fuck with the Patriots or the Rams, so I really didn't give a shit. And it wasn't a good game.
No, it was a horrible game.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was like, if I was a Patriots fan, I would be like, yeah, we won, but
right.
It's like, wasn't exciting. A field goal, a touchdown, and then a field goal.
Yeah.
It's like,
do better.
It's like, whatever. I don't know. I just thought it was disrespectful. The Patriots beat Atlanta, my team, a couple years ago in the Super Bowl, and then they come to town and then win the Super Bowl in our stadium.
Yeah.
I just think that's disrespectful. I was very hurt by that, but I figured the Rams were a very good team this year. All year, I was saying it was going to be the Chiefs and the Rams in the Super Bowl. So I was 50% right. I called the Rams making it to the Super Bowl. I think it would have been a way better game if it was the Chiefs and the Rams. Even if it would have been the Patriots and the Saints, I know there was a big debate
I was
with
gonna say
that.
everyone says the Saints would have been.
Yeah, I was like, if the Saints were in, the Saints would have smacked the fuck out of Patriots, but the world will never know. But yeah, Super Bowl was
It's
just
the games like this actually what made me think, oh, maybe it's not rigged. I honestly had this conspiracy theory that they're all kind of rigged. Like it's whoever has the most money at the time that can afford to be. You know what I'm saying? But games like this was kind of like, yeah, maybe they're not so rigged because it was so boring. Like,
right,
you know,
it's like you think the refs should keep it entertaining,
right?
But yeah, football season's over. Technically, the NFL. There's that stupid San Antonio Commanders. Have you been seeing that? It's called the American Football Association or something. I don't know. It's some like knockoff NFL, and San Antonio got a team. So when the season kicks off on Saturday at the Alamo Dome, the San Antonio Commanders. That's our football team. So
Commanders, because what? Because we're a military city or something?
I guess.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know. Do you remember the San Antonio Talons from a few years ago?
I do, yeah.
They were our arena football team. It's like, this is just going to be the new Talons. I'm just like...
They would play at the Alamo Dome?
Yeah,
right?
So that's where the Commanders are playing too. Fucking season tickets are $75.
Was there a team like that back in like I don't know, like the late 90s? Was this?
I think so because I watched a video today.
Because my dad played for them.
Really?
Yeah, I remember him playing. I don't remember specifics. I should probably ask him about it. But I remember because in the late 90s I was probably like 8 or so, and he used to play football for San Antonio, and they would play at the Alamo Dome.
There was a video I saw on Twitter today where it was talking about the season opener, and I was all like, San Antonio's always been a big football town, but we never had a team. We've had the so and so, the so and so, the Talons. Even the Saints were in town for a bit. So I was like, damn, San Antonio's really had that many football teams? I was like, what the fuck?
But what, just like with agencies, just local?
Yeah, just like randomly created like football leagues.
Who do you play against though?
Other cities that have these little teams. So it's just like, I don't know. It's just like everyone's been going fucking that I've seen.
We should be the San Antonio Elotes or something. Like,
right. It's like, let's be something fucking Mexican. Like, fucking, it's like, I don't know. It's just like, the only minor league teams that have stuck around is the San Antonio Rampage and the San Antonio Missions.
Okay, and the Rampage, that's
hockey,
and they used to be the Iguanas.
Yes, they were. We were the Iguanas for a long time, and then we changed to the Rampage. So it's like, but I don't know. Everyone's all like, "Oh, football season continues," and I'm like, "Yeah, no, it fucking doesn't. Like, that's not going to be football. That's just going to be
like watching girl basketball."
Right. It's like it's going to be the WNBA, but with men. Yeah, it's just
to say.
Whatever. Hey, you know what? It's not our fault that they play like girls. Just kidding. Just kidding.
I think it's just because they're too old. They're all probably the old guys. And
I was like, yeah, these are all the fucking NFL rejects. It's like they tried to spice it up and saying like, oh, and there's going to be experienced players. It said that
I heard the mayor saying that we will have an NFL team. Wasn't that a thing?
It was the Raiders were possibly going to come to San Antonio, but they're going to move to Las Vegas.
The Raiders?
Yeah, the Oakland Raiders.
Oh.
Yeah, they were going to. There was San Antonio was in the bidding, but they were just like, no, San Antonio is not offering enough accommodations. So it was like, yeah, nope, they're going to go elsewhere.
Have they always been Oakland?
Yeah, Oakland Raiders. Oakland.
Like Ice Cube Raiders, like the
Raiders. Okay. Yeah, Oakland Raiders. Fucking
Fuck, I always thought they were LA. I guess just I thought California.
It used to be the Los Angeles Rams, and then they went to St. Louis, and then they came back to Los Angeles. So the Rams are LA.
Los Angeles has like what, 3 football teams? How many fucking football teams?
They have 2. They have the Los Angeles Rams and the Los Angeles Chargers.
They got 2 of everything. They got 2 football teams, 2 baseball teams, and 2 basketball teams.
Fucking they got everybody.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I was like, LA is not that big of a city, but
all the money's there.
For real. But I don't know. I'm just like, this is going to be another flash in the pan thing. My main thing, I was like, yeah, this is going to fail. Do you remember the XFL? The WWE Football League?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're supposed to be like, it's football, but with extreme, like, there's going to be hard hits allowed and this and that.
It was basically like rugby with like gayer uniforms.
Yeah. So XFL is actually coming back this year. There's going to be a Houston team. But anyway, the guy that created this American Football League or whatever, this AAF, whatever it's called, he's the son of the co-creator of the XFL. Dick
okay.
Ebersol created XFL with Vince McMahon. I don't know, but this is an Ebersol kid, and I'm just like, yeah, this thing is going to fail. And I was like, if his dad was a failure with the XFL, he's going to fail with this American football thing. So, but anyway, this has been another edition of Who Cares.
Woo-hoo.
Really glad you guys are still supporting it.
Yes, thank
Thank you. Our timing's been off, and it's mostly my fault because I just don't know how to adjust to this new early schedule.
No, honestly, it's worked out for me because I'm still also. I have a lot of time in the mornings, but the nights seem to go by really quick.
Right.
You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
dude, for real.
Because to
It
be
never
honest,
fails.
tonight actually I was supposed to get out at 8:15 when my class got canceled, and so because I would have been in class when you messaged me about hanging out, and I was like, I was off, so like hell yeah. But normally 8:15, I'm up all day. I'm like. Ugh. Yeah.
Right.
So it's been weird.
Yeah, so I mean, we're keeping it going.
Yeah.
The timing has been off, but we're still getting you guys stuff. I was just like, with all the beef that happened over the weekend and these past few weeks, I'm just been like, I was like, I gotta record and get some stuff off of my chest.
Yeah.
But as always, I am David Clare.
And this is the Teach.
No, don't do it. No, 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 no. No, I'm a virgin. No, 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 I'm a virgin. No, no, no.